on just upper neck and a little bit of the lower back as well. Y'all know I'll throw in some advanced moves, but that's only for the ones that want that. This is all doable for all levels, okay? So let's just sit down, crisscross applesauce. Hands can be on your knees, they can be on your ankles, on your shins. Just sit there for a second and just focus on your breathing. So you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And as you deeply inhale through the nose, feel that diaphragm expanding. The ribs are pulling apart. And as you exhale, it's all coming right back, okay? So really think of lengthening through the spine all the way to the crown of your head, tailbone all the way up. Good. Draw the shoulders back, relax. Don't force them, just draw them back. Good. Still breathing, just relax. This is your moment. Away from work, away from kids if you have them. Good, let's go ahead and drop our heads forward, chin to chest. Don't force anything. Just let the weight of your head pull down forward. Feel a little bit of that tension releasing in that neck. Still deep breathing. Good. On your next exhale, now remember that's an exhale. You're just going to pull yourself forward slightly, still keeping that chin tucked. And just hold for a second. Good. Inhale, come up, keep that chin tucked. And then we're going to exhale, gently pull forward again. Good. On your inhale, come back up. Good. Exhale, pull forward. Hold this one once more. Breathe here. Don't hold your breath, just hold this position. Good. Big inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the mouth. Good. On your next inhale, bring it back up. You can untuck that chin, look up. Good. Let's place our right or left hand on the mat, however you want to mirror me or not. We're going to bring our opposite arm up and over, so don't cut it in half. Come up and over, big reach. Come onto the forearm of that arm that is down. Reach over. Good. On your next inhale, bring it up. And we're going to swap those arms. So bring that arm down to your mat. Bring the hand down. Opposite arm up and over. Slowly coming down to that forearm. Big exhale as you reach over the body. Good. Inhale. Reach both arms up into the air. Big inhale. On your exhale, pull those arms down, cactus arms. Good, I know that's a funny word. Inhale the arms up. Once more, pull them down to those cactus arms. Good, hands come to prayer. Namaste. So we're gonna get ready. So for our next one, we're actually gonna bring it onto all fours. So let's place those hands on our mat and bring it to all fours real quick. All right, fingertips nice and wide, knees are under the hips. We're gonna go through some cat-cows first. So first, let's inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look up. Good, and then exhale, curve the spine, pushing through the mat for your cat. This is one of my favorites. Good, inhale, drop that belly for cow. Looking up. And exhale, curve the spine, tuck the tailbone. If you want a little bit more on those scapulas and shoulders, you can slightly pull forward a little bit. Good, let's do this one more time. Drop the belly, inhale. And if you want to try that upper back movement, you can here. Let's exhale for that cat. And if you want to target those uppers, just slightly push forward. Good, all fours. Awesome, let's tuck those toes, send those hips up for down dog. Good, once you're in your down dog position, just make sure those fingertips are nice and wide. We have a good base going. And let's bend, alternating each leg, just bending at the knee. Get a good feel for down dog. Still breathing. Good, all right. We're gonna go into a three-legged down dog, so make sure the weight of your body is distributed evenly between the hands. Inhale your right leg up, and then we're gonna bend at the knee, opening that hip up. Open the hip, get a good little spinal twist in those lumbars. Good, extend the knee, swing it through the hands, drop that back heel. We're gonna come into our warrior one. Good, don't ever rush into these. You know, before you come up, just make sure everything is in line. Knees and ankles, back heel is dropped. Good, actively reaching through those fingers. Relax the shoulders. Good, let's open up to warrior two. Gazing over the fingertips of the front hand. Nice and strong. Good. From here, let's extend that front knee. We're going to go into a triangle. So if you haven't done this before, think of reaching forward. It's going to shift your hips back. Then we're going to bring it down. Looking up at the hands, trying to stack those shoulders. Good. Just a couple breaths. If you wanted to bring this hand to the lower back, you can do that as well. It's just going to open that shoulder a little bit more. Good, wherever you are, come into that normal triangle. We're going to inhale, come up. We're going to reverse it. So left hand is going to go down the left leg, right arm over top. Good, breathe, feel that side stretch in the body. Good, and inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the knee for your warrior two. Good, still continuing to breathe through all of these poses. Let's windmill that back arm. Let's bring it up to that warrior one. Good, all right. We're gonna bounce this back leg. So come on to the ball of that foot. Bounce the knee up to meet the other. And let's come into a chair pose, sitting back. Oh yes. For those of you that want to take this a step a little bit further right here, you are going to place all of the weight into that leg that was forward in that front warrior one, whether that was your right or left foot. Remember which leg that is. What we're going to do is we're going to keep that foot planted, and we're going to bring it into a warrior three. What that is you're going to come up, slowly extending the left leg back if it was your right leg forward, trying to make a straight line with the body. Like I said, this is one of our advanced moves, so if you want to stay in chair pose, stay there. Yes, your quads will tuck. And to take this a step further, if you want to try those airplane arms, you can do so. Good, just concentrate and breathe and do what you can do. Doesn't matter what anybody else can do. If you're with me in a warrior three, let's go ahead and bring that foot down to meet the other. We're in our chair with everybody else. Good, let's inhale the arms up. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands. Step or jump back to your plank. We're going to go through a vinyasa. So let's exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring those hips up for down dog. Good. Take a few breaths here. Make sure those fingers are nice and wide. Alternating, bending those knees at any time you need to. Good. And this down dog, try to think of bringing that belly button into the spine. Ribs are in. All right. Fingertips nice and wide. Distribute that weight evenly. We're going to go into our three-legged down dog. So let's inhale that left leg up into the air. Let's bend at the knee. Open the hip. Good. Extend the knee back into the air. Swing it through. Position yourself for that warrior one. Knee and ankle are in line. Back heel is down. Inhale those arms up. Good. Relax the shoulders. Fingertips are active. Good. Take another breath. And let's open those arms for warrior one. Gazing over those fingertips. Good, nice and strong with your warriors today. Good, from here, let's extend that knee. We're gonna reach forward for that triangle, shifting those hips back. Bring it on down, looking up at the fingertips. Good, keep breathing, just stacking the shoulders. Our head is not collapsed like this. We're actively using those neck muscles. Good, good, breathe, my friends. Good, one more breath. Good, on your next inhale, bring it up. Keeping that front knee extended. Next exhale, bring that right leg, or that right arm down to the right leg, left arm over top. One day I'll know right from left. Good, breathe. Good, on your next inhale, bring it back up. Bend that knee, warrior two. Relax the shoulders. There's a tendency for them to roll forward, roll them back. Good, and let's windmill this back arm up to meet the left for warrior one. Our hips are now angled in front of us. All right, let's transition to the ball of that back foot. We're gonna bounce it forward to meet the left so that we're in our chair pose. I'm just gonna step back so that I can be a little bit better in the camera angle. So we're in chair, pushing the booty back, feet are together. Good, good. All right, and if you wanna take this a step further, we're gonna put all the weight into that left foot, or if you started with the right, and we're gonna send that foot back. Good. And I'm not sure if you can see on your end very well how this leg looks, but both of my knees, anytime I'm going into a one-legged anything, I never lock mine out. That's just kind of a personal choice of mine. I can't do it, so this is what I can do. Everybody's completely different. Everybody's built different. That's what makes yoga so fun. All right, if you want to take this a step further with that warrior three, we just airplane those arms. Staying strong in that leg that's planted. Good, staying strong in the spine as well. Good, good. If you are with me, go ahead and plant that foot to meet the left for that chair. Good, and let's inhale those arms up, straighten those knees. Yes, exhale, fold. Whoops. Kind of took that fold a little bit too far on that one. Stay folded for a second. Good, if you need to bend at the knees, you can. Perfect, perfect. All right, from here, inhale those arms up above the head. Good, exhale, lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands. Let's step or jump back to the back of our mat. We're gonna lower all the way down to our mats. Good. Arms are going to come right next to us, palms facing up. For those of you that I talked to before the class started, I told you my husband would be home and my dogs would go crazy. There it went. All right. So the tops of your feet are actually on your mat. Tops of your hands are on your mat as well. Take a breather from all that hard work. And then we're going to go into Locust Pose. That's a fun one. All right. Couple breaths. Good. All right. For our Locust Pose, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to literally lift everything. Here's what it looks like. You're lifting everything, pointing the toes, actively sending those fingertips back. And we're just going to hold that for a second, okay? So, chin on your mat. You want to look forward, but I want your gaze to be on your mat, okay? When we come up, I don't want you looking up like this, crunching your neck. I want you to keep it in line, staring at your mat, okay? So, here we go. Take a breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. And on your next inhale, lift. Good. Try not to crunch that neck. You can even tuck the chin if you have to. Good. And slowly lower. We're going to do that one more time as well. So just breathe for me for a second. Relax those shoulders. Let them roll up if they need to. Just take a couple more breaths. Good. For a second, Locust Pose. Go ahead. Place that chin on your mat. Now pull those arms back down. Shoulders aren't rounding. And take an inhale. Take an exhale. On your next inhale, lift it all up. Stay strong. We got this. Good. Keep going. Good. And slowly lower. Let's bring those arms out to a T. Good. Y'all did your Locust Pose. So now we're going to do a prone spinal twist. So arms are out to a T. Let's look over at the right hand. We're going to inhale, lift that right leg up into the air, and we're going to let it fall over the left side of the body. Good. Trying to keep the chest and the shoulders down, but don't force it. So even if this is what you can give me, Give me that. All right. Good. Let's slowly return that right leg to the mat. Good. Let's look over at the left hand. And then we're going to inhale that left leg up into the air, and we're going to let it fall over the right side of the body. Good. Let's slowly bring it right back to the mat. All right. Knees are together. Hands are going to go under the shoulders. Let's push it back into a narrow child's pose. So the knees are going to be together, feet are going to be together. We're just going to sit back and then we're going to reach forward. It's different than our normal child's pose. Normally our knees are wide, our hips are fitting in between. But today we're going to do this one. If it's tough for you to get your forehead down to the mat, you can always place two hands together, ball them up, and place your forehead there. If you want a little extra, you can always bring these hands behind your back. All these options are all up to you. Good. One more deep breath. Good. Go ahead and plant those hands right back down to your mat so you can lift yourself up. We're now going to come into a low lunge. We're going to get those quads real quick. We normally don't hit quads too much in yoga. So first, let's bring this right foot forward just into a regular lunge, a kneeling lunge. I do want to warn you, if you do have issues with your knee, putting any weight on your knee, you might want to like grab a jacket real quick or a pillow or just something around you. Maybe fold your mat a couple of times because we will be going into something that you're going to put pressure on that knee. So just a warning. Let's inhale those arms up and we're going to exhale, push forward. We're first getting that hip flexor of the back leg, okay? So getting the hip flexor first. Good. Now for a quad. If you want a little bit extra, this is where we're going to go onto that knee. So push back into that regular position. You can plant your hand on the ground for balance because we're going to grab the back foot, like left foot, left hand. All right? So we're going to pull it up, sitting up tall. Yes, this is one of those deep quad stretches where you're like, oh my goodness. Still breathing through it. Go ahead and slowly release that foot. Plant those hands around the opposite foot so you can switch them. So send the right one back. Left foot comes forward. Get adjusted. Knee is in line with that ankle for now. Inhale those arms up. As we push forward, that knee and ankle alignment will not be the same. So you're going to feel that hip flexor right now, that right hip flexor. Relax the shoulders. Good, good. If you need to plant your hands so that you can adjust to pull that back leg in, do so. Ooh. You can do so. I just have a cramp in my leg, so do as I say, not as I do. Pull that foot into. Stand up tall. Y'all keep doing this. There we go. Sorry, when my legs and hips start cramping, there's no turning back. Good, we are perfect on time. All right, just a couple of more things before we go into our Savasana. Go ahead and release that foot. Good. Bring those knees down to your mat. Plant those hands for all fours. Tuck the toes. Let's go into our down dog one more time. Good. Widen those feet just about as wide as the mat. Good. You can always stay here. Sometimes when your feet are actually widened, you might be able to plant those heels a little bit closer to the mat. You can stay here if you like. If you want to take it a step further, then place all of your weight into that left hand, and you're going to take this right hand to meet the left leg, either at the ankle, the shin, or the thigh, wherever you can get it. Just a gentle little twist. Good. All right, let's bring that right hand back to your mat. Good, you can bend those knees if you need to for a second. Now we're gonna transition all of our weight into our right hand. Fingertips are nice and wide. Let's move this left hand, if you want to your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. This is just an option. If you want to stay here just in a wide down dog, you can. Good, still breathing. Good, go ahead and plant that left hand back down to the ground. Let's drop to those knees. We're transitioning to our backs, so it doesn't have to be pretty. But meet me on your backs. And once you're there, let's just pull those knees into our chest. Rocking side to side, relieving some of that tension in the lower back. Good. All right, we only have 1 minute left for Savasana. So you can get into whatever feels good for you. If you want your feet planted, you can do so. If you want them extended, you can do so. If you want the soles of your feet together, you can do that as well. Hands can be on your belly, on your chest, palms up. Whatever relaxes you, go ahead and get there. And think of letting the feet fall to the side if they are down like mine. Relax the shoulders. Maybe your quads are tensed up, so really relax the legs. Unclench your jaw. And just breathe. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, waking your body back up. Good. As you sit up, just really thank yourself for being here on your mat and doing this for your health, because nobody else is going to do it for you. So I think that is awesome. I'm so glad that y'all joined today, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow in Tabata. All right? Bye, y'all.